Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to this video. Today I want to talk to you about your body's most important fluid, which is water. Water is your body's most important fluid. In fact, 99 out of 100 molecules in your body are consistent out of water. So it's almost entirely water, your body. It's very, very key to understand. Because then you can start to see why water is so important in your body's functions. So the first thing that you want to pay attention to is really that you properly hydrate yourself. So being properly hydrated is not the same as drinking a lot of water. Because one thing which is important to understand is that water is absorbed with electrolytes together with minerals. So with sodium, for example, water is actually absorbed by your body. So if you just drink plain water without any type of salt or without any type of sodium, then your body is not going to absorb everything as effectively and not going to hydrate as effectively. And as a result, you will feel that in your energy levels. You will feel less energized. So you want, yes, of course, you want to make sure that you're drinking enough water. If you want to know exactly how much, you can Google like how much water should I drink, and then it's going to give you a calculator with some data that you have to fill out. But the main thing is that you also hydrate yourself. So don't just drink enough water, but also make sure that the water is absorbed by your body in the most optimal way. And how do you do that? For example, by adding some sea salt to your water or adding some salt to your water. Now, water is also very important for another thing, which is detoxification. So your body has a natural detox system that basically flushes out toxins that your body cannot use. And there's a lot of them in today's society, from like the foods you eat to the scents you breathe in, so like the air. There's plenty of other ones actually. But the main thing is that your body needs water to detoxify and to cleanse, essentially. So what you also want to do is drink enough water so your body can have the fluids to actually detoxify, which is a very important process for the body, getting rid of the stuff it cannot use. Now, another thing is that water actually carries an intention. So when you are drinking water, when you are surrounded by water, so you're like in a bath or you're in a shower, the water responds to the emotional intention that you have about something. So if you're feeling good and you are in water, the water will literally be imprinted with this energy of feeling good, and it will kind of put it back to you, and you will broadcast that. In the same way that if you drink water from a certain state, so if you're happy, you drink water, you get even more cheerful, because once again your body is almost entirely consistent out of water. So if you drink water, then you're going to feel more cheerful if you are in a cheerful state already. It's literally like doing cheers when you are having dinner with someone. It's like you're setting an intention for things to be good, for things to be alright. So that's also a key point to understand, is that water carries an intention. If you drink water from a happy place, and you can do this in advance, by the way. For example, if you drink water right now, then if you kind of give yourself an intention, so like today is going to be amazing, and then you drink the water, it's like you imprint yourself with this intention, even though it might be small, of course, but it still adds up in the end. Another thing which you can use water for is nervous system relaxation. So you have a nervous system, a parasympathetic state and a sympathetic state, and you can utilize water to actually make these shifts to these states easier. So I'm sure that you have heard about like cold showers or hot baths, Both of them are actually very good options. You can also combine them into like a hot cold shower or like a contrast shower, which is something I sometimes do. But yeah, you can absolutely use water to, for example, relax yourself. Yesterday I took a warm bath and I felt very relaxed afterwards. So you can absolutely use use water to not only cool yourself down but also relax you. All right? So the main action for you is to pay attention to water in your life. That's like the first thing. Become a little bit aware of the role that the water actually plays in your biology and in your physiology, because both of them are huge. The second one is drinking good quality water. So because your body is almost consistently fully out of water, you want to make sure that you're also drinking quality water. Now, what does this mean? Well, in most countries, you cannot really drink the water from the tap without there being additional consequences to this. So I live in the Netherlands. I am fortunate to have pretty decent tap water, but I still drink filtered water from a, well, it's not perfect, but from a kind of filter system bottle. What you can also do, and what's actually the best from what I've read, is to buy structured water or live water, basically water from the spring directly. That's the best. And then you can also filter your water with like a reverse osmosis filter. That's also a good option. But the main thing is that you want to kind of gravitate towards drinking more quality water. So whenever you can, either buy it or filter it or get like good quality water, and don't just drink like water that's especially if you're in like third world country, of course, or second world country, then you want to make sure that you drink proper water. And also make sure that you drink enough water. So as I just explained, you can Google kind of like a calculator for how much water you should drink. Try that out and see what kind of result it gives you, and try to try to adhere to the amount of water that it recommends, basically. So these are pretty much the functions of water, which are very important to understand. So we talked about that your body consists almost entirely out of water. We talked about proper hydration. We talked about detoxification. We talked about intention. We talked about relaxation, drinking good quality water. And all of these things actually add up. And yeah, you will feel a lot more energized and healthy afterwards. So I highly recommend that you give this a try, and yeah, just see the benefits of having good water intake in your life. I'm sure you will see them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to let me know, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one.